Hello, my homies, and welcome back to another episode of the Please Do Tell podcast. As always, I'm your homegirl, Ronnika, and I'm here with my fabulous. No, I'm fabulous. You're not fabulous. My
Thank
very
you.
handsome.
I'm like, where the hell we going?
I was like,
with
wait,
this
nope.
one?
My very handsome co-host. You make me sick.
Okay then. All right. See, I guess I'm going to have to introduce thyself.
Payback is a beer already.
All right. It's me, Jeffrey. I'm here. It's great to be back. It is Thursday. I'm hoping that I've got my sound issues together. I put on little headphones, this week. So the mic should come, but the tariffs is on us, so it then slowed down a little bit of the process. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it's good to be ready to share with our listeners.
Great, thank you. You saw how I was side-eyeing him.
Yeah.
If
You
you're
waiting on me
watching,
to say something crazy.
waiting. Yeah, I'm in my fabulous mode because I do work with all women. So then I had to look over. I was like, I'm not at work. Jeffrey is my handsome co-host. So excuse me for that. His face was like, where are we going? You should know your friend. She a little squirrely.
Look, it's one of those things. Okay, here we are. We at work. I was at work, working foster care, and it's a lot of women. And a lot of times you get a lot of that chitty chat back and forth. You be like, here we go. Like, or we get out of a Zoom meeting and it's like, all right, we get out of the Zoom meeting, it's like 12. And in the meeting, it's one guy of 12. And then all of a sudden they say, all right, ladies, have a great day. So I always have to be alert. Hey, and gentlemen, you understand? Like, chill out. Like, don't forget the masses. It's happened. And I've had multiple jobs, like, over the years where I've always just been in the minority at work. Yeah. Always been in the minority. There's not enough guys at work at all. So I already know. And then grew up, with women around. It's not even a lot of on my side of the family, as in, when I didn't mean to say on my side of the family, but in my family, when it's come to guys, it's not a lot of us. So we've always had a little chitter chatter or somebody throws something. I had a cousin, we was growing up. She'd be like, girl, and I'm like, hey, like, what are we talking about here? I told her, I remember I was like 12, 13. I was like, I'm just not going to talk to you no more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you can't change that, you know what I mean? But yeah. Anyway.
Hilarious. So thank you and welcome back to another episode, you all. I'm going to just start out by saying, I feel like over the weekend, the ultimate fall switch was flipped. Saturday, it was a beautiful day. It was 70. You're looking at me like, I don't know what that's like anymore. It was a beautiful.
Yeah. Look, that's so long ago.
Beautiful. It was a beautiful fall day on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
It was clear. It was beautiful. Sunday, it just tanked to the 50s. It was raining. I just said, okay. All right. So now we're here. It's been raining on and off all week. And now it's cold. The low and the high are just 2 degrees off. So welcome to fall.
What's the low?
The low was, I think, 42.
Yeah. Y'all are definitely headed in the wrong direction.
It's here. It's here.
No, I looked at it this morning and I was like, okay, what am I going to put on? What am I going to put on? Because we had an in-person meeting. So I was like, where? And what I mean by in-person, as in it was over 200 people that showed up for this meeting. So I was like, let me look and see, how professional, or, because living over here, many people don't dress professional. So, a club outfit can be professional. But I walked the dog this morning. I was like, ooh, it's brisk.
Mm-hmm.
It's brisk. It's brisk, baby. So I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, let me put on a little thermal or a long sleeve, something
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna like cover it up. But it was 50, 60s. Max at like 61 today. Max. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
yep.
I think it was 55 with a lot of rain, a lot of cold rain. So
Yeah, that rain. The cold rain is when you know
yes,
that
and it's here.
snow
Yeah.
is near.
It's
Yeah.
right there. It's
Mm,
right
mm,
there. So
mm.
that's our energy check because we, just flip of the switch. Here we are.
Yeah, yeah. That
Hello
weather.
home.
The weather. I mean, because the thing is here now, it's I feel myself oversleeping in the morning.
Me
I
too.
feel myself,
Yes.
you just
Yes.
want to stay there just a little longer.
Longer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm here.
I overslept.
Here's to
I overslept
connecting.
twice this week.
Can I? Okay. I want to quickly say this. There was a fire in the neighborhood, and that was
Mm.
Monday night. And I think my week has just been off ever since. It just, ugh, it. Thank God, no one was harmed. I believe a pet was harmed, is what I was told by another neighbor. Um, yeah, but I'm just grateful that
Was
I
it
am here.
was it the middle of the night or what?
Yeah, it was overnight. So
Mm.
you got one side of the street, my street was quiet, but when you go to that back window and you look out the backyard, it was a lot of flames out there.
Wow.
Yeah, very unfortunate. So, but I'm
Yeah,
glad that she is okay.
yeah, I'm sorry to hear that about that,
Hmm.
especially this time of the season. Like
Yeah.
we just talking about the weather's changing. Hopefully they have a place, that they can dwell
Hmm.
in it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Amen to that. So the last episode we talked about balancing awareness and joy. So we hope that you all were able to check that one out. But this one, I feel like the last two episodes have been kind of on the edge of being a little heavy. But this one today, we're gonna find a whole lot of humor. I feel like in these stories.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I feel, because I have some funny ones. But if you are ready, um, let's dive into our content for the week.
The sounds is amazing.
I know. So you all, this week we're talking about gosh, fall is in full swing. I just said flip of the switch is in full swing. But we know that I know we talked about this in the after show, but we're going to make it a little light on the actual episode because we want to talk about the government shutdown, how it's hitting homes for a lot of families. And we're going to talk about some of our cravings. And I know you all have listened to past episodes, but did you all know that Jeffrey be dibbling and dabbling with the cooking, especially if barbecue and all of that, like all seasons, he be barbecuing? Did y'all know that? No, no,
Oh, oh man.
no.
Man, and look, that's just something you just start playing around with, playing around with.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Cooking it's crazy because it makes me remember like of my grandmother who used to cook all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember coming home from school and there was never a day that something wasn't when you came in the door, it was gonna be a smell. It's
Yes.
enough it's enough that now it's almost like kind of like a little requirement. I don't want to say requirement, but at least on Sunday I want to smell something. So if you can't if you can't bring people, then you create it yourself. And what I mean
Mm-hmm.
by that is that it just made me start barbecuing, and then a barbecue is always going to bring people. And so I started
Always.
barbecuing a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But then COVID happened. And then 2020, when COVID happened, I started really diving into like playing around in the kitchen. And I still promise you, I don't know how to cook at all. Still don't know, still dabbling, still playing around, but it's fun. It's like a stress reliever to me. It's like playing a video game, believe it or not. I compare cooking to like playing a video game for me. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because it's like every part of the game, or most of the games, like I like to play like first player games, or even if you're playing sports games, things of that nature, fighting games. Like you have a task. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is here, the task at the end of that meal is to make sure that they like it.
That's
So.
true. That is
You
true.
know,
That's
I
true.
remember, growing up and sometimes as a kid, like my mom would sometimes, when I was younger, I was like, I don't like that food at
Mm-hmm.
all, because I had a palate for my grandma food. But, as I got older and grandma don't cook as much, I want my mama beans.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yep, yeah, 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 yeah. But you were talking about with the government shutdown and transition. I was looking at it, um, um, food stamps. They're about to cut off food stamps, which is like I broke it down to one of my friends about SNAP benefits being federal, and how they basically siphon it off to each state for based upon their poverty level. Well, because of them wanting to be mean and mean spirited, now kids are gonna like miss
Mm-hmm.
meals. You know what I'm saying with food stamps. But just thinking about food stamps and the evolution, I remember being a kid with food stamps, and they were like
The
you pull
book.
them out of the book. If
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
you
You
know.
know.
Come on now. I remember somebody be like, "Let me borrow this," and then they would give them a food stamp like it was a $5 bill, and then they had in growing up in Michigan, they had different colors, different
I
colors.
remember that. I
So,
do.
the height, it would be different colors, and then you had to pull them out of that. I can hear that sound now when you pull the paper. You know that detachment sound. I can't
Yeah.
make it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you remember about food stamps?
I have a whole story about food stamps. Are you ready? Okay. Um, I would see food stamps when I would go to the convenience store. That was normal. I never had them, but I thought it was cool that I was like, oh, I don't have to use my parents' money to buy snacks. That's what I was seeing when I was going to the store with different friends. But there's two times I've utilized food stamps. The first time was
Pause for a second. You are too excited
I am.
about these food stamp
I am
stories. You know what I'm
excited.
saying?
I'm excited. I'm excited. Okay. I was in undergrad. So you guys know where I went to undergrad. Okay. I was in undergrad and there was this guy, he had me over, he was barbecuing. It was a couple of maybe 6 or 7 of his friends. So he invited me and one of my friends over. I think he's now a disc jockey. And if he ever listens to this, he's gonna be like, "Oh my god, I remember that day." He's out there grilling steaks. I mean, just all the filet mignon. I'm like, how they got money for steaks? We in college, we supposed to be broke. That's what I was thinking. Like, okay, we supposed to be roughing it. We supposed to be eating the ramen. That was like, actually, college was my first time even trying ramen, but that's another story for another day.
Blessed over
Uh,
there. Blessed family. Blessed
my
family.
grandma didn't play. Like my parents, like we ate home cooked meals. Thank God. Like not even triple. Thank God. Okay.
It's a thing. It's a
It is
thing.
a thing.
It is a thing because there's a difference between it's like the whole process.
Mm-hmm.
Like not even like diving through, not trying to cut you off, but let's go through that whole process.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so he was grilling it up, and I said it. Before I knew it, I said, how are you niggas out here eating steak? And all of them was like, food stamps. I said, oh, you got to connect like you got somebody. I'm over here like you got somebody you can buy them from? He said, no, we got them. If you in college and you got your own place, you can get food stamps. I said, what?
Correct.
What? That ain't nobody giving this information out. He was like, well, I'm just telling you what you can do. I said, well, how much y'all get? They looked. About $200. I said, a month?
Yeah,
I could be getting $12 a month? You mean I could be getting $200 a month? He said, yeah, I mean, go down there and try. So, of course, I called my sister because, you know, she likes to go through systems and everything. And I said, did you know I can get food stamps? She said, well, if you can, don't go down there wearing your good jewelry. You want to go down there looking broke. I said, but I am broke. She said, well, go down there looking broke. Don't go down there like Whitley did when she got laid off to the unemployment office with her fur on. Don't do no shit like that. Oh, okay. All right. So when I tell you, I think I grabbed a family reunion t-shirt, some jeans, and probably all the documents that they would need that day. I said, they're not sending me away from there without food stamps. I'm going to get food stamps today. I marched in that office. That woman looked at me. I said, I would like to apply for food stamps. She was like, you sure you're in the right place? Yeah, I'd like to apply for food stamps. So I sat there, started becoming one with my people.
Well, what you mean? Your people are just broke people, period.
No, I'm just saying, like, people like we all here for the same.
Yeah. We need assistance.
We all need it. Like, this is the thing. I'm very grateful. I went in there. I was approved, and I don't think I've skipped so hard to the car since then. It was a magical experience that I was able to not only feed myself, but when I went home, I was still able to, oh, okay, well, I want to have, let's say, shrimp with my dad. I'm able to go to the store and buy it on my own without asking him. It was great. It was independence. And then the second time I was on him was in grad school, and that was even better. Yeah, it was great.
How much you get that first one?
Okay, so I had to rewind. So my first one was $150.
Okay.
And then when I was in grad school, that's the one that was $200.
Gotcha.
It was great.
That's not bad. I mean, but the thing is here, it's crazy how you were like gazing off. I was thinking like, boy, she just don't know how broke she was at that point. You had no idea. That's why the government said, yeah, looking at your deductions and your income, yeah, you probably gonna need a little extra. We're gonna bump you up. You know what I'm saying?
Like, what's she over there eating? Her thoughts?
Right. People be thinking like they getting over on the system. No, the system has looked at your numbers, and they said, yeah, like you need to eat healthier. You know what I'm saying? Like they just saying like you just the crazy. I did one time. I had food stamps. Was in college, undergrad. I had just lost my job, and they were like, "Well, just go see." And I ended up getting like $43 or $47. And with that $47, what I did is I would go. It was my first time having shrimp and steak on deck.
Woo!
Like on deck.
That
hey,
part.
I want to get it now. I'm finna go to the store and get some shrimp and steak.
Yeah.
But you got to remember, like $42. Well, two things. One would say, well, that was a long time ago. Well, I'm just here to tell you, it wasn't that long ago. I was an undergrad. I just want to throw that out there before I have to cut into y'all. So, no, it wasn't that long ago. But things were cheaper.
Much cheaper.
Yeah.
Much cheaper.
Not gas. Gas was $3 when I was in undergrad too. So I'm just telling you.
Because I was trying to think, when did it go up to $4?
Gas went up to $4. I want to say,
because we protested when we rode the bus.
Gas went up to $4 during the Bush administration because I remember it was $2.75. When it hit $2.75 and you riding around in an 85 Buick that's getting you 8 miles to the gallon in a metropolitan city, you can't live. So I was like, I called my mom, was like, hey, I'm gonna have to bring this car home. I'm gonna have to go back to regular. She was like,
Yeah.
no, switch out cars. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, I'll drive this car because I don't go nowhere but
Yeah.
church and work. So I'm good. I was like, thank God, because it got to 275. Like you said, we in college, $2.75 a
A
gallon,
gallon.
and it was a tank, so it was taking 15 gallons at that time. So that was basically almost $45 as a college kid. I mean, think about it now. If you even now as an adult, if when your gas is $45, you like, damn, it's
I
$45.
got
You know what I mean?
$21 and it got me to the half today.
Mm, yeah, that gas thing is crazy. That's one thing of using public transportation that I don't miss is
Mm.
gas. One, I don't
Mhm.
like to be accosted at the gas station. About can I do this, can I do that, and then it
Yeah,
just depends on what state you're in.
that's true.
If you in New Jersey, then you can't even pump your own gas. It's the law. They have somebody out there still pumping the gas, so it just all depends. You and them
But
damn food
yes,
stamps.
I'm just saying it was a
Mm.
magical time for me. I was so excited to come home from college and have something like, yeah, dinner is on me tonight. Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna buy it and then we're gonna
Yeah,
cook it. It's gonna be
yeah,
great, guys.
yeah.
It's like grandma's house all over again.
Look, that's a great segue of where I said I wanted to talk about where the about the dinner. I think just as a person, even as I'm gonna do it from a family perspective, and then I'm gonna like transition it to like as an adult, just like on a one-on-one. I think from a family perspective, like the process of making food is amazing. Like just imagine if you took like let's say if you want to make hamburger, with your kids, have them wash their hands and then they get a chance to like pound it. I mean, it's
Yes,
Play-Doh.
yeah,
It's the
yeah,
same
yeah.
thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I act like I worked with kids before, you know.
Just
But
just for a
anyway,
little bit. Just for a little bit.
and then like take the potato and cut it in fours or to eights and
Mm-hmm.
then put a little oil on them and then put it in the oven for 15 to 25 minutes and then it cooks that way and then teach a kid that's how french fries are made because even grown folks don't even know that potatoes and french fries they're the same, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot, but it's fun, and that's why I think like that whole process. You got a family, you got kids, just the smell. If
Mm-hmm.
they're not even interested in the kitchen, they'll be watching TV on their phone or whatever, and then walk in, and that's a smell of food will change your attitude. Clean,
That is
you
so
know.
true.
And then, like, if it's from a one-on-one standpoint, I would tell anyone if you got a significant other or you got a person like that's with you, or if you even want to learn somebody like a date night or something like that, do like cooking in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't have your own space, go get you a because people can get hotels. People been getting hotel. I've been getting hotels since I was 18. All right, so let's just throw it out there. So you can get you a hotel and get your little continental breakfast. They give you a little sink, a little area, and then create that space. And then you learn something.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee their parents have taught them something, or maybe if their parents haven't taught them something. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's great. I think it teaches it's sensual, the intimacy that comes with it. Yeah, just playing around in the kitchen as I call it. Yep.
Playing
So that
around
was like with
in
the
the
food stamp. So when people were like, "Oh, they taking advantage," no, it's food for the soul. And then culturally, as a person of color, which we were, excuse me, as a black person in America,
mm-hmm.
through our transition, um, we were denied certain foods. And so in my family, it's really important about food. I don't know about nobody else's family,
Mm-hmm.
but in mine,
Same.
it is important about food. If somebody like ranked it, food is in the top five. Who cooked it? That's a part of about the
That's the
food,
first question. Who
Who
cooked
paying
it?
for it? Who
Do
brought
we
it?
need? Do we need to run it down?
Yeah.
Do they have pets? Do
It's a
those
lot.
pets like to walk on the counter? Like it's a lot.
Yeah. It's certain things we're not gonna do. We're
Mm-hmm.
very particular as we go
Very,
into the holiday
very,
season. As
very.
any of our viewers that don't know, that now you know, we are particular when it comes to our food. Don't play.
We will call you out if you didn't change up that recipe. You can just look at it and say, "Oh, that ain't the same mac and cheese that you made last time."
Mhm.
Who you let play in the mac and cheese?
Look, I've even lived in the era where, like I said, in undergrad, where we were. I think our parents are part of the growing up process. They want you to eat ramen noodles and things of that nature. But we would doctor up them ramen noodles. You know what I'm saying? Like whether you was putting in your own seasonings. You understand? I was known in college that I had a Foreman grill in
Oh,
college.
yeah.
I
Yes.
would go to the local store because they're not paying me, so I can't give them no love yet. But shout out in Michigan, if you know, you know. I would go there on a field trip, as I would call it, on the bus, and go get pork chops, and then put them in sandwich bags, and then put them on the Foreman grill. I'm telling you, if food is important, look, as the one guy said, food. My food is important to me. Food is important in our culture, baby. It is. So to know that food stamps is gonna be, or they're, and I think that they're just dinking around and playing around with us. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that goes into a whole nother thing. We talking, but anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I want to talk about. Oh, I know when we go. There's one I want to talk about the syrup sandwiches, but that's later down the road. Okay. All right. Are you
Syrup
ready?
sandwich.
Yeah, syrup sandwich. We gonna touch on syrup
Okay, okay,
sandwiches. Okay.
okay,
Okay.
okay, okay.
But right now we're gonna transition into at the playground.
You
You know,
know,
playground.
yeah. Come on now, you guys just go with it. You ain't gotta hear me. Oh yeah. Come on now.
Or another classic is Aisha, but y'all used to do it in the Ronnika. No, okay, all right.
You say we know you're kind of hand.
Okay.
It's crazy because they used to, whenever a group or whatever came out, they were always be like, "Oh, you this one, you this one, you this
Yeah,
one."
yeah.
My cousin and when I was little, they said I was a king. They said that, and I was so little, I didn't know anything about, like, I don't know them. I don't know ABC.
I
Like I
don't. I
remember
just
hearing
know it
them,
was
and I
Michael
remember seeing
Bivins.
them. No, ABC and them was ain't they like little kids, right? I don't think that was like little.
They were discovered by Michael Bivins.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
these kids,
Oh
like,
yeah, no, they were
so
young. They were young.
their age, whatever age they were, I was during the
Yes.
period of time.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah.
know. And I remember they was like, "Oh, you a king," and then I was like, whatever that
I'd be
means.
like Prince Akeem.
Look, I was thinking to myself that because they used to dance and stuff. They were like, "Oh, you a king, you a king." I was like, "Well, I don't know how to dance." Look, I don't know how to dance. I don't think I'm him at all.
Mm-mm.
Uh,
No.
anyway, that was my little
No. Okay.
sidebar.
Stories about growing up during hard economic times. I know people are probably gonna, if you're watching this, they're probably like, why does she keep pulling out? I'm acting like I have different I have a new prop. I love a good prop. I have my whole case of glasses so I'm just preparing for my big debut when I do have to like pull out a sheet of paper and read a story. So I'm preparing myself of how I look on camera. So it's just don't mind me. Okay.
That was look,
So
it's crazy because we get into this whole thing and it's me and you.
yeah,
So all of that aesthetically, I missed it. Such
uh-huh.
a dude.
Yeah,
Missed it all. I
totally,
I seen, I was like,
totally did.
okay, maybe she just taking glasses and putting them on, or I didn't know that you were taking off different glasses and putting them on.
Hmm.
That's funny.
Yeah,
That's funny.
yeah.
That's funny.
It's almost
Mm-mm.
like Ray J's hat. It's just moving. It's a lot of movement. It's a lot of
Mm-mm.
changes. Okay. It's like
You know.
focus, girl, focus. Okay. How did you learn to stretch $1 during school lunch, community programs, or grandma's make it work meals? What you
Um,
got?
well, I grew up poor and I ain't know it.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
real poor.
Mm.
Like we had like the roof was caving down and like it's like now where I'd be like I ain't living like that. Like I had a whole like
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
like it's real unhealed trauma. Like if you can't provide a house or I can't provide a house, we shouldn't be together. Like at all. Like
Mm-hmm.
you can see the way I'm looking now. Like it's like, ooh, I'm not
Yeah,
here. You know what
yeah.
I mean? So didn't like that. But I never really, cause you asked about like being poor. I never like felt poor.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we always ate. I told you we always had
Mm-hmm.
smells. You would
Mm-hmm.
hear about the stories, but I remember one time when I felt like my grandma didn't have money, or we were low on money, but she went in there and found like we put something together. So I don't have a real story, like growing up. Now me personally, oh hell yeah, I got a story. I got a story. Like when you're like, what I'm gonna do. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
that goes back to like in underground, like you just feel like you don't have, but realistically, you always do. That's the one thing that I feel bad about now in this realm at this moment because I don't think that people really understand that there's a lot of resources that you have, but those resources have been cut. They've been severed over the last, 6 to 9 months or whatever, and so I thought that I didn't have, but what it did is it made me go to the calf because
Mm-hmm.
there's food there, but it wasn't. I had built into myself a standard because even though there was poor folk food at home, grandma always had it for me when I got off, so there
Yeah.
was an expectation for it. So
Yeah.
I can't give a story because when we were going through it, I was like, man, a story. We all can give a poor story, but I just think that it was almost like a growth story for
Yeah.
me to feel like I was poor because realistically, I didn't have what I wanted, not but I knew how to get what I needed.
Yes. Yes. I and I know this question probably comes up a couple times, especially in the work that I do. Um I wish that I could go back and ask my grandmother cuz her mother died when she was 12. But the way that my grandmother cooked for an army, she was the first set was 10, the second set is 6. I think it's 16 total. So with her mother dying at the age of 12, her dad remarried and had more children. But she was already she was transitioning out of the house by then. She was like, I better watch no more kids. But how to learn at that young age cooking. She said she was the one that was always in the kitchen with her mother. But at 12, you know how to cook all of these things, or maybe it's the foundation of you knew how to figure it out or what spices to use or what herbs or whatever. But I think that's one thing that I probably regret. And I feel like my nephew was heading in the direction of doing that, but we just didn't follow through with it. But I wanted to know. Maybe that's a question for my mom. Like, did she talk to you about this? But
Well, there was a change. There was
yeah,
a change in society. You got to remember, we go 2 generations back. Our grandparents, our grandparents were housewives.
yeah,
So realistically, that is your, as one would say, your skill set. Like, and that
Mm-hmm.
was something that was taught to you at an early age. Like you said, like your grandmother mother passed away at 12.
Mm-hmm.
You already knew that you were going to be on you didn't have the ideal of being president of the United States or any other thing in between that. You already knew that your job was to find you a good man and to have
Mm-hmm.
kids.
Yeah.
So with that standpoint, as in all we have to do is give you the other skill sets, the domestic skill sets. You understand? So it gave an opportunity to create, that space so you would know. It's one of those things I'm like, damn, how do they know all the recipes? Well,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
but you got to remember, like, they weren't asked to. I was just looking at something like women weren't able to own a home like mid 70s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I
Mm-hmm.
know, like you said, yeah, because you're a woman, but like as a guy, grasp that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, come on now, they've only been able to buy a home for the last 50 years. So we're not even talking about. It's about just even educating one on understanding how to buy a home. And you have this much of a years or decades or centuries of of a head start.
Yeah.
So that's why from the flip side, one would say, well, women has a head start when it come to cooking. Yeah, potentially. You know what I'm saying? That's why I got my ass in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Compete. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
So, but that wasn't the expectation. And then that was, like I said, that was two generations. Then I look at my mom, her generation. It was about white collar. How
Mm-hmm.
can I
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
be as equal, as my white male counterpart? So in doing that, you're gonna miss some studio production time with your kids. It's just natural.
Yeah.
The crazy part about it is you hear people say, well, that's why women shouldn't be, excuse me, that's why women shouldn't be, in these positions. Well, the irony in it is culturally, that's why we say a village,
Mm-hmm.
because it don't just take the mother and the father to raise a kid. It takes all of us,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's the coach, whether it's the driver's ed teacher. Because parents, a lot of times, look, it's hard for parents to teach their kids how to do driver's ed. But
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee, the driver's ed instructor did,
Mm-hmm.
or at least your state said it. So that's a whole village, you know.
Mm. Absolutely. All right. I feel like this section is all about you. Cause yeah, we're gonna
I'll keep it short.
we're going to the culture check.
Uh-uh.
It's the culture check. It's the culture check. Culture check. Ding ding. Okay. So we're gonna discuss how government shutdowns, EBT delays, and grocery prices disproportionately hit working families, especially in Black and Brown communities. Okay. So,
Okay.
how this connects to generational conversations around access and dignity, the way food is more than nourishment, is memory, identity, and memory. Um, yeah, I can go on and on about the way food is more than nourishment, it's memory, dignity, identity, and love. But,
It's the experience.
mm-hmm,
It's like it's where people say, "Hey, you want to go out?" And a lot of it is not about the party. It's about the camaraderie. And
mm-hmm,
then all of a sudden a meal is thrown in there or something to eat because we're hungry.
mm-hmm,
You know what I'm saying? And then you be like, oh, whether you remember the food or you remember the service, it's still you remember. You know what I
mm-hmm.
mean? So yeah, that's I don't know. That's crazy.
My grandmother used to tell the story about my youngest aunt, my aunt Tammy, my mom's youngest sister, and she said Tammy would go and grab all of her little friends and line them up at the back door and be like, "Y'all all gonna eat a meal today?" And I said, What? She said, yeah, they were used to she said Tammy tried to come in here eating a syrup sandwich and I was like, no, we have food. She was like, no, but my friends are eating syrup sandwiches. And she said I had to tell her that was because they didn't have enough. So she said her hearing they don't have enough, she done went and gathered up all her friends so her mother can feed them. And so when I think about memory, identity, and love, is that people still continue to tell those stories to this day. Oh yeah, your grandma, yeah, she used to feed all of us. She was feeding the whole neighborhood on a fixed
Mm-hmm.
income.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay,
And
all right,
a lot of times people take, oh, it's no way that you were able to do that. But realistically, um, it's like it's I think it's why we really like the quote from Friday when Smokey say, what's this? And then the mama say, make it enough.
yeah.
We all know what make it enough means.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm an only kid. And I was talking about this with somebody at work today, and they was like, "Oh, you spoiled." I was like, "With the work I do, I don't really think I would. If I was spoiled, I don't think I would be in the sector of the work that I do. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't really like look at that, you know." And then I've had people say, "Hey, I never knew that, you know, you were only kid," because the way that I was raised, as in, I was never offered anything if the people around me weren't able to receive it.
Yeah,
As in my
yeah.
mother, my grandmother, my aunt, they would never put anything around me and say, "Hey, Jeffrey, you want something?" And I had friends around and they weren't able to afford it to my friends.
Mm-hmm.
If
Mm-hmm.
that was the case, I remember saying to I look, you know, you're a little kid, you know, look, I used to love super ropes. Remember them super ropes? Super ropes that you could put
Yes,
on the necklace around
yes,
your neck.
yes,
Come on now.
yes,
I used to
yes.
love them
Super
super ropes.
Rose, yeah.
I was a kid, and my
Oh
mom
my
used to take me to
gosh,
the
yeah.
local wrestling. All right, I was little, 5, 6 years old. They used to give me a little super rope. I may even got a picture that I think I found in storage, Ronnika. I'll show you, of me with this little super rope. Anyway, but she would always like bring a friend or my cousin or something of that nature. And of course, you know, your friend or cousin, they got siblings, but she was like, okay, I can afford one. I can't afford it for everybody, but you bring a friend with you and I'll bring. Well, all of a sudden, if I got a super rope, well, let's say that their parents didn't send them with no money. Well,
Mm-hmm.
if my mom didn't account for them not having money, yeah, you could buy that super rope, but now either you got two options. Either you split that super rope or you don't eat that super rope.
Mm.
That's how it was. And I remember one
Mm-hmm.
time, I remember crying, and she was like, "Don't make me put some on your ass." I'll never forget that. And look, don't make me put some on your ass in front of
Mm-hmm.
these people. And I turned my head and got it together. I'll never forget that. Yeah. Because that's again, you got to make sure it was for everybody, the
Mm-hmm.
entire community. You know, if
Mm.
I'm not going to give my kids something that I wouldn't give, you know, make sure that every other kid have an opportunity to get.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I love that.
Yeah. I
So,
remember those little local wrestling shows that used to come. Shout out to Bobo Brazil.
Bobo
Come on
Brazil.
now. Come on now. The wrestler Bobo Brazil.
Or as
Yeah.
Uncle Tim, a Tim, or well, why were they saying Tim? I'm like, was his nickname Temptation? Uncle Tim and Ernestine, Ty's granddaddy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just say
Mm-hmm.
Ty's granddaddy.
Mm-hmm. He
All my
wrestled
cousins'
too.
granddaddy.
They
They
were
were
older. They're legends to know that
yeah.
they came through. And then look, I was sidebar. I was watching like this documentary on Ric Flair, and Ric Flair talks about coming through the Benton Harbor and fight Dick the Bruiser and Junkyard Dog. You know, like it's like what? These are like people I knew. You know what I'm saying? So well,
Yeah.
I didn't know. Like my grandma was big into wrestling. That's
I
how
think
crazy it
everybody
is.
grandma was.
That's
Like,
great. That's why
mhm.
that's why wrestling will never die. Because people now still be watching I have a friend uh here locally that's was a former champion in uh a major wrestling organization. I ain't gonna even put his name out there until he gives me an opportunity. But yeah, like he was a champion. Yeah, within like the last 2 years. So that's how it narrows it down. Craziness. You just never know. You
I
never
just
know.
see them over here like, get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm.
All right. So I just want to acknowledge the organizations that are continuously showing up for people, especially in the light of everything that's going on. We still see, not sure how long the funding will be around, but you have the Meals on Wheels, you have the community food pantries from, especially from the local churches, just continuing to do that, the boots on the ground work. So appreciative for that, because we just don't know what's going to happen.
That's huge. That's huge. Somebody, just people passing out turkeys, inbox me. Let's see what we can do. I know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. No matter what city you in, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll help you. Like we're all about the help. And you cannot remember one thing, you cannot get help if you don't ask.
Oof.
Like we just said, we talk about our stories about food stamps, but you still have to go there and
Mm-hmm.
put your name on there.
Mm-hmm.
And that wasn't something that you wanted to do, but you knew it was something that you needed.
Yep. Yeah.
So
That's a
we can
whole
talk
sound
about the
bite right
story.
there.
Look, we can talk about the stories and make them funny, but we needed it.
Yeah.
So
Still kind of like I don't pass it.
working poor,
Mm-hmm.
working poor.
Okay. Okay. So we're gonna lighten it up a bit. Because you guys, this is the Foolishness Files. Dun, dun. No, that's SVU. Okay, never mind.
And we gotta get this music together.
We do. I need all the
'Cause
sound effects. Like
I feel like you ready.
yeah, all the time. All the time. I need like a little
Ready,
jingle
B?
studio. I need a little jingle studio. And I can't go anywhere. Okay. Struggle meals that actually slapped. Struggle meals that actually slapped.
Mm-hmm. You how many we want to give?
One.
Uh,
Because we ain't to rapid fire yet. What you got?
big meal if you know what you're doing, chitlins. Small meal, you don't know what you're doing? Ramen noodles. I'm a ramen guy. I am a ramen guy. I like soup, I like noodles. If you put them together, you can do your thing. You? Or did I stone you out with my two options?
Yeah, I just a struggle meal that slaps. And somebody gonna be like, that ain't no struggle meal, but it could be for some. Is the potatoes and onions.
Just eating potatoes and
Yeah, you saute some potatoes and onions. It's almost like the skillet fries. I'm chopping them up and just adding the onion, a little garlic. It slaps every time. Every time. Now, back in the day, I used to do bologna sandwiches because I just thought it was cool, like in the pan and watch it bubble up. But I ain't done that in years. And I do
now I got
mean
a
years, like
question.
probably over 20 years. What?
You talking about in the pan now? It was funny because I just saw some on Instagram where I saw somebody chop up some potatoes and a red onion. So I wanted to know what onion you was talking about. What color? You
Lean
know I
in.
didn't get into this whole like cooking thing. There's
Lean
tons of
in.
onions.
Lean in. Lean in.
I mean,
I love white onions.
okay.
I am a white onion crow. I do cook with red onion here and there. Jeffrey sent a recipe to me about Mediterranean shrimp pasta that I remember right at the beginning of this episode, like, oh, I need to make that again. So, because it's great. It's great. But it's very easy to do. But yeah, I'm gonna say the white onion is my main thing. I love it in anything, in everything. It's usually in my fajitas. It's in I can go down up and through there. But I love me a white onion. I usually always keep white onions in his house.
You know, it's crazy. I learned. I fell down the rabbit hole. You know, certain onions are for certain
I
dishes.
know, I know.
So I didn't know, because people I would see like they put like yellow onion on a burger. I was like, I'm not a fan. But that red onion,
Ooh,
it
yes.
makes it pop. It
It
makes it pop. It
does.
makes
It
it pop. It makes it pop.
does. It
So I
does.
didn't even know anything about it. And then you got green onion, which I still haven't really jumped into the whole green onion thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, because I love me a green onion, but I have a quick story about green onion.
Okay.
And Jeffrey knows the person. I'm going to give his first name. And no, it's not the person that I graduated with. Shout out to Willie Baker. It's not him. It's not that Willie. I am minding my black ass business in the grocery store. In the produce section, I'm just, perusing around. And randomly this guy walks up to me and says, he has this grocery list with him. He says somebody sent him to the store and they asked for a green onion. He's been over in the onion section looking for a big green onion. I thought it was a joke, but I just stood there. And he said, "Man, they're crazy. Like somebody actually out here asking me for a green onion." I said, "I don't work here, but I'm going to direct you to where they are." And he said, "Oh, okay, all right." And so I showed him, I said, "It's usually the strips. Like they come very skinny and they're in a pack and they're right here." And he said, "Damn, I was over there, I just, and that's one of those moments you're in the grocery store and I'm like, this is a setup. Like this kid. Why would he ask me? Like, I'm like, why did I have the pleasant face? And that happens often. I did have to get one lady together because she was really rude to somebody else. But anyway, but and he was just so happy and content when he walked away. And I stood there like, was he really looking for a big green onion over there? But that day I educated him and I feel better about it. But
That green onion will stun you.
I've had interactions with him before, thanks to Jeffrey, that I was like, okay, all right. So his name is Willie. You probably, if you know, in the 4962, you know who it is, and it's not Willie Joe. So I'm narrowing it down for you. But this, I hope one day he listens. He may even listen to our after show, but I hope that he listens and remembers that I was the young lady that he asked about a big dumbass green onion.
Because he was looking for that green pepper. That's what he was looking for.
No, it said on there. It said green onion, but yeah, he had clearly gravitated towards the green peppers.
He was looking for that green pepper and don't even know the difference. Yep.
So that was my foolishness file for you.
That's foolishness. I liked it though. I remember when you started talking about it early. I was like, oh my god, I've done it before. That damn green onion don't look like real onions, like at all. Like they no resemblance or nothing.
The little bulb at the top. It's a little bulb. It's a little bulb. No,
yeah.
Okay. I love me a green onion. Love it. All right. I do have to ask you this before we move on to the rapid fire, but the myth of I'ma just make something real quick, is that a myth or is that something that you stand by? Is there anything that you say, you know what? I'ma just make something real quick. Is that a thing or is it a myth?
What you mean?
Is it possible? You know when people be like, oh yeah, I'ma just step in the kitchen and make you few chicken tacos real quick because I've done that. Friends have popped up in my house at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just going, oh, real quick is a taco. I can do that real quick. I already have it on deck. But for
I
you,
can't
you
do
look
that.
like no, okay.
I can't do that.
So you don't believe it? I'm gonna just make
I
some.
mean, I like to cook, and then I like to like it's a whole process. I mean, because what I learned is you got to prep. Like in cooking, there's prep. Like you can
That's true.
talk, and
That's true.
I'm new to it, so I ain't trying to cut my finger off and talk to you at the same time. Like it's camaraderie that's here. So I always tell people like if you're in a hurry, I can I mean, if somebody asks me like what's the quickest thing, I mean you can always do like a breakfast real quick. I'm
Mm-hmm.
I'm I'm trying to get really good because I done found out with like a little breakfast sandwich or whatever. I can make you tacos quick, some random stuff like that. I mean, but food is made with love, so I'm not, look at the little frown on my face. I'm
I
mad
know.
about
I
it.
was
Like, why
like,
we here?
goodness. Tomorrow, what
Yeah,
you
why we
mean? What
here?
you mean?
Take your time. I mean, take your time because do not give me some food that's not done. So yeah, I ain't in that business. No thanks.
Okay. All right.
Send it back.
Quickly.
All
Rapid fire, ladies and gentlemen.
right now.
Eat or gnaw. That's what eat or gnaw. Okay? You ready?
No. Eat or what?
Eat or gnaw. You gonna eat it or
Okay.
gnaw?
Yep. I mean,
Okay. It's almost like a this or that. I love it. Okay. Syrup sandwich or sugar toast? Dun dun.
neither.
Same.
I've
Same.
never had a serve
Oh
sandwich,
wait.
by
I
the way.
almost feel like a syrup sandwich could be French toast, but don't stone me.
It's a serve, and I just lied on air.
Mm.
They used to always say I'm on air and I'm lying. I just said I've never had a syrup sandwich, and then when you mentioned how it tastes, I was gonna say it don't taste nothing like that.
Okay.
Cause I've tasted one, but I've never like ate the whole thing. When I tasted, I was like, "This is way too sweet for me. What is this?" Cause the syrup is sweet and the bread is already sweet, but it's not as sweet as this. So the text, I'm good, dog. I'm good. So my
Okay.
bad. Rapid fire. My
All
bad.
right. Bologna fried or straight from the pack? Dun dun.
Neither. 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 I got a story for this one too, and I'll keep it short. My okay, only kid. So when I went to my cousin's house, each one of my cousins, they would always serve, not always, they serve their kids chips, bologna sandwich, chips, and juice. That was like after you get done playing.
Oh yeah,
That's a
yeah, yeah, yeah,
that's a
yeah.
standard meal, all right?
Yes, that is true.
Not Jeffrey. Every time Jeffrey just had chips and juice. Cause I'm not gonna eat this sandwich and y'all can whoop my ass. But one, I'm gonna tell my mama.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be some smoke in the city.
Mm-hmm.
And then two, um, let's just come to a compromise. I'm not gonna eat nobody's bologna still to this day. No. Mm-mm.
All right.
You?
I'm not a bologna fan either, so
Yeah, see, we
my
we two
bologna doesn't have a
knows.
first name. It
We
doesn't.
how
Oh,
do we
it's
have two no's on rapid fire? We supposed to do one or the
I
other,
know,
one or
I
the
know. I don't have
other.
it. I don't have it. I don't have it. I was hoping
Dang.
that you would have it, but I don't have it.
Dang.
My boy is dreaming. He's oh, he's
Oh,
snoring.
your dog? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I've never heard him snore. Daycare
That's
wore
called
his
good
ass
sleep.
out today. Yeah,
That's called good sleep.
it's great. It's great.
He in there fighting.
He's having a good dream. Okay, he's having a good dream. He like, listen, okay, just don't bother me. Boxed mac or baked mac and cheese.
I can do both. I can do both because Box Mac is a quick fix. It is quick. All
That's
right.
true.
But if doctored well, it is good. Baked macaroni and cheese, I can do it, but it ain't everybody's expertise. So
That's true.
sometimes I may want to do the box because Don't even play around if you don't know how to bake.
You want it quick, fast, and easy. I'll never go wrong with a baked. I'm gonna fight to. I mean, I'm gonna judge your
It's got to be
restaurant on
good
your mac
though.
and cheese. I'm gonna judge
Nothing
your
worse than
restaurant.
bad.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing worse than bad baked macaroni and cheese.
I mean, y'all already heard me say that I've been at an event and I looked at the mac and cheese. I said, that ain't the same one from last time. Then I tasted it. I said, oh no. And then, of course, went to the caterer. He said, yeah, I'll let somebody else do it. I said, don't you ever
Don't play around with my food.
do that again. Ever. All right. Which snack is elite on a food stamp budget? Which snack is elite on a food stamp budget?
A snack?
Mhm.
I'm not a big snacker. But if I had to pick a snack, sunflower seeds. And I ain't really going to use my stamps for sunflower seeds. So let's go. I'm a metasaurus. And if you know, you know. A metasaurus mean I got to have meat with my plate. So when you mentioned earlier about them potatoes with just onions, I was like, where the hell is the meat? So whenever I was on food stamps, I always went and got some pork chops. It is because pork chops is a snack to me.
A snack is elite. Loaded fries. So I'm buying the green onion. I'm buying the Kobe Jack. I'm buying the seasoning.
That's a whole process. You getting
I
the good
mean,
shit.
I
You
mean,
spending all that. I only had $40. See, you had 150, 200. I ain't
I
have
was
all that.
I was in that kitchen cutting them up, cutting up the
Mm-mm,
potatoes. I still do
mm-mm,
it. I mean, what?
mm-mm.
Yeah, but yeah, I still go to it. I mean, shout out to Dad's Farm. I still have, they call them the breakfast potatoes. I just be like, just give me these potatoes all day long. Yeah, and they make them just like I like. It's almost like a loaded potato, but in a container because they give you sour cream on the side, and then I say no bacon. It's just great. It's great. Okay, last one. Best broke meal you still eat today.
Best broke meal that I still eat today. So if I'm low on cash, um, first thing I was gonna say is wings.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, but wings ain't a broke meal. So my best broke meal that I eat today, and I just had some earlier this week, baked chicken thighs.
Mm.
That's $5, $6, maybe all the way up to $8 for like 8 of them. That
Oh,
is,
you talking about something you cook? Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
When I'm broke, it's food stamps.
that's true.
Yeah, it's broke. I'm food
That's
stamps.
true. So if I'm using food stamps,
That means
my
you going in there to buy it and put a meal together.
my best broke meal is pie spaghetti.
I just had some last week. I ain't had spaghetti in a long time. Like,
Mm-hmm.
not the doctor up, we grown spaghetti now. I had
Mm-mm.
like ragu sauce and just ground beef and noodles.
That's what I mean. It'll always and forever be spaghetti. Also, if I have to buy
Sloppy joe.
something, right? If I have to buy something, I'll never forget someone called me out for buying a Happy Meal before. The portions are nice. I get apples and I get a toy.
All right, Miss Toy.
Like, boy or girl? Boy.
Boy.
Boy. One guy called me out. He said, "This Happy Meal for you." I said, "And ring it up. Ring it up. Don't try to call me out. Yes, it's for me."
I haven't bought a Happy Meal as an adult.
Oh, that's all I get as an adult. Yeah.
It ain't enough food. I just bought a double Whopper.
I need a damn snack. I need a snack. Thank you.
I ain't going to fast food for no damn snack.
Anyways, okay. That was rapid fire.
Shit. That shit is, I mean, excuse me, that stuff is too expensive over there.
Anyways, okay. At sweet and sour every time. Oh, what you want? Chicken nuggets, 6-piece. Thank you. Fries, apples, sweet and sour sauce, high C. Shout out to the high C coming back. Yeah, that's what I want.
Look, you may
Thank
be
you.
on to something.
All right, you all. No matter the shutdown, the stove still stays hot. Never forget that. Even with all the ish that we got going on in the current climate, you have to remember, you know what? I'm still going to be able to eat. God is still going to be providing for me. So that stove going to stay hot. Okay. Jeffrey, what you got to say?
Look, I just want to thank everybody this evening. You know, look, it said it like we had a I want to thank everybody this evening.
I just want to thank you for coming out. Good night.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, it was good. It's just even get an opportunity to reflect on the food stamp experience.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I remember it being something that was looked at and frowned at as a young person. However, understanding that those were some of the things that were put upon me versus given an opportunity for me to learn, to understand that those resources are there for a reason, because everybody don't begin on the same playing field. And with that being said, we have to support, and we want to make sure that our kids and our elderly are taken care of. And if we need to support them, we should support them. So I know we did a lot of jokes and things about food stamps, but we know we've had an opportunity to use them because even at our lowest, we've had to say, hey, you know, we need that.
Absolutely. Very quickly, I don't think I even have them anymore. I will never forget because I had food stamps and I was on Medicaid at the time when I moved back to Michigan. I was laid off and oof, what a time. But I remember well, we know it's one of our good friends, Darnell Holmes. I think we were FaceTiming. I had on my glasses and he said, "Oh man, those are nice. What brand are those?" I was like, "Medicaid." He said, "Nick." Said what? I said, "They look great on me." I was over there on the free section, just So I don't sneeze at it at all. That's why I'm just kind of looking at everything that's going on right now. Is just I utilize those services at a time, and we just never know if we'll be back there. So be kind, be patient, be nice.
Yeah.
So before we run out of here, Jeffrey, where can the good people find you?
You can find me. You can find me on Instagram at Mr. Fantastic World at MrFantastic World WORLD. You can find me on Facebook, Jeffrey JEFFREY, last name Booker BOOKER. Utilize those platforms to find me. If you're looking for space, as in what I mean by space, no matter where you at, I'm gonna say countrywide, as in America. I don't have resources outside of the country, but if you're looking for a place, looking for resources when it comes, bless you.
Thank you.
You're looking for resources for this holiday season, just reach out to me. I don't know if I'm able to support, but I may be able to push you in a direction.
Clearly my allergies are like, okay, end the episode. So
bless you.
Thank you. I am Ronnika RONNIKA Williams on Instagram. You can find me in the same name, Ronnika RONNIKA Williams on Facebook, and that's where you can also view our after show. We try to upload clips to YouTube, but I mean it's nothing like joining us live on a Thursday night on Facebook for cackles, numbers, and giggles. Cackles, giggles, numbers, all the above. So, and our
Long as you don't
PPP,
call me
our PPP.
the PPP. Long as you don't call me fabulous.
Oh yeah, I won't. I won't. That's how you start the show. That's how you end the show. So you all, you all, we love when you all leave us comments, reviews, share with the homie about the episodes that we are sharing with you all. We are still in the month of October, so it is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. It is National Archives Month, and it is also Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which I believe is another awareness, but it's so many awarenesses this month that I want you all to be involved and get out there. There is a Domestic Violence Awareness Walk this Saturday in Ben Harbor, Michigan. So if you want more information about that, just hit me up. Or well, maybe not because this episode will premiere after the walk. But if you ever have any questions about events, I'm usually on top of things, or if I can figure it out, I will shoot it over to you, and I try to share them on my social media as well. But we love when you all talk back to us and when you give us feedback. So shout out to y'all, our homies, for listening, and for those that are sharing our episodes and our clips with others. So thankful for you. So we are going to, you know what I want you to do? Because I think we talked about one of my friends talked about this yesterday. I want y'all to start sharing these struggle plates. I need you to put these people on notice. Like, okay, don't do this. And we talking about selling the plates because I'm gonna just
You talking about food?
don't be out here selling these struggle plates. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm
Don't sell
tired
them.
of it.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it.
Support somebody. Even if you gonna sell to, give to.
That's it. That's it.
Sell to, give to.
Okay. So, as we close out this episode, I just want you all to remember to put it on ice, like my nail color this week. Put it on ice. That's what I said when I'm still feeling a little blue about D'Angelo, but I've been rocking out to Black Messiah, Brown Sugar, all the above. So,
I've heard a lot of D'Angelo in the last 7 days. I will say that.
I mean, it's timeless music. So, until next time, my homies, I am Ronnika, and this is
Jeffrey.
signing off. Please do tell. We'll holla.
Let's get it.